All right, so 2 days ago, drove up here to the CCC cabins on Flag Mountain, Civilian Conservation Corps cabins up here on Flag Mountain. I parked my Jeep and caught a shuttle ride up to where the Pinhoti Trail crosses Highway 231. It's about 17.5 miles from here, trail-wise. And then I hiked south back down here to where my Jeep was parked. So the video you're about to watch is covers that hike. I hope you enjoy it. And it's been a while since I've been able to get out on the trail and hike. I had a great time. Weather was fantastic. Met some really cool people. And so hope you enjoy the video and get a chance, come up here and enjoy the outdoors and what the Flag Mountain area has to offer. I think you'll really find it interesting and a lot of good trails. So if you get a chance, come do that sometime. Flag Mountain in Weogufka, Alabama. And thanks for watching. Good morning. It's about mid-morning. I just got off the shuttle ride by the Pinhoti Outdoor Center. A guy named Nathan dropped me off here. I'm 17.5-ish miles north of the terminus, the southern terminus of the Pinhoti Trail. I'm going to hike south from here to the southern terminus. So this is really pretty much section 1 of the Pinhoti Trail that I'm going to be doing. So I parked my Jeep at the cabins near Flag Mountain, and I'm going to hike from here back to the Jeep, and got a shuttle ride from there up here, and we're getting started. So right off the bat, we come up on this nice little sitting area. I probably haven't been on trail maybe a couple hundred yards at the most. But so if you're headed north, this would be a good spot to stop, because you'd be coming through the Terrapin Hills area, which is where I'm headed. So this is a kind of a stop before you get to the highway up there. A little picnic table, benches. There's a fire ring there. And then there's this hiker box, which probably, yep, has a little log. So I'm gonna get that out and put my name in there. Man, this is a beautiful section of the trail. Nice little stream flowing down in here. Ferns growing along the wood floor. This is just past the little picnic table and hiker box here. If you're headed south, you'll go past the picnic table and the hiker box, and then you'll walk through this section. If you're going north, you'll come through this first and then find the hiker box. The trail is super well blazed. I mean, no trouble at all. Of course, it's fairly well traveled, so you can see the trail as well, but the blazes are perfect. I mean, you can spot one and then the next one right behind it, really well marked at the turns as well. So super nice. Coming up on looks like a forest road right here that we're crossing. Take a look there, goes that way. So this is the first forest road. There goes a couple of turkeys. Oh well, I didn't get those on film, but a couple turkeys just took off down that way, that direction. So I'm going to keep on churning along. I think I'm probably only going to do about 5 miles, 6 miles maybe today, give or take. Nathan said there's a nice little stream just before I come out of the Terrapin Hills section on the south end of the Terrapin Hills section. You come out onto a forest road or a logging road or something. Or actually, you know, maybe a county road. I can't remember. But anyway, and when I come out of there tomorrow morning, I have about a 4-mile road walk. So tomorrow, right off the bat, I'll have a good bit of walking on the road. Come out on our second road crossing. So if you're headed southbound, you'll come out right there and then cross this road, and then you'll go back in straight across, easy to see. That's if you're headed southbound. If you're headed north, which I think most people do, if you're headed north, then you'll come right out here, cross this little road, and then head right back in the woods right there. So I stopped here at this little stream crossing. I'm gonna refill my water bottles here in just a minute, but I figured I'd take a break and eat me a snack. Got a blueberry muffin Lara bar. They're not the most appetizing thing around, but it's supposed to be fairly healthy. So, got me a little snack there and some trail mix. So far, the trail's been great. Really pretty easy. Water's available pretty readily. So hear the birds chirping. Man, it's a beautiful day. So when you come out right here, headed south, come out onto this other logging road here, and it looks like there's a tree down right here across the road, or across the trail, but it goes, yeah, you can see there is part of the blaze laying there on the ground. It must have got knocked off that tree, but you just step over and kind of meander through this treetop, and there's the trail. So when you first step out onto the road, it wasn't super obvious there. I figured it was across the road, but that tree kind of obscured the trail a little. All right, onward we shall go. All right, stepped back out onto another logging road. If you're headed southbound, which I'm doing, you'll come out about 150 yards right down there. You'll come out from that way to the left. Step out on the logging road, you'll take a right, walk up here, and then you'll go back in the woods. It's about 150 or maybe 200 yards. You'll go down here, and you're gonna go back in the woods right here. That's if you're headed southbound. If you're headed northbound, you'll come out right here behind me, go down the logging road here about 200 yards, and then go into the left into the woods. So got a lot of logging roads that you cross on this trail. This is probably the 5th or 6th one I've crossed, but everything's marked. Just had to walk down the road a little piece to see the next blaze. It's kind of a little hill. I don't know if you can see it, but a little hill. So I could see the first blaze, came to it, and I couldn't quite see these, but after a few hundred feet you could spot it. So you come out at about a half a mile, give or take, of this old forest road. See that over there behind me? I'm still headed south. So it's not bad. It's flat for a little bit, then a slight incline, and I'm walking up now. So you do this for about a half mile, and then you'll dip back into the woods up here. I don't know if that's an old moonshine still, maybe, or remnants of one. I don't know, given the location of this little stream here, that makes sense that it might have been a still at some point, but I don't know. Really pretty up in here. Stream runs back, comes from up that way, and then it bears to the right, right up there, and then there's water flowing. When you're down in this gully, it's pretty steep walls on both sides. I can imagine if there was like a major rain event, this would probably fill up and be a pretty dangerous place to be camping if that was the case. But no rain for the next few days, so I'm not worried about that. But stream just goes that way, so does the trail. So we'll keep making our way and see about camping. I may get further on out and find a place to camp, and then in the morning I'll get up and just run back up here and refill the water. So I want to start the day out tomorrow with 2 full bottles of water before I get on the road, because I don't know how many options for water are going to be along the road. All right, man, it's beautiful in here. All right, I'm set up for the evening. I found a little spot about maybe half to 3/4 of a mile from the road that I'm going to hike to in the morning and start walking. And I'm up on this hill. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a creek down there in that bottom. The trail is actually right down there along the creek. So I started to set up down there where it's flat, but I didn't want to set up right on the trail. So I walked up this little hill and set up here. It's kind of a pain because of the angle of the ground, but I think she'll do for the night. We'll see. Hopefully I'll get a decent night's sleep. But so I got everything set up. I got my 2.5 ounce Climate Shield underquilt and top quilt, and that's the War Bonnet, and that's the War Bonnet Eldorado hammock that I just recently picked up. I've got a War Bonnet Blackbird at home that I've been using for a while, but I wanted to try something a little bit lighter weight, so picked up the Eldorado. So we're gonna give that a shot tonight. I've laid in it a couple times, but I haven't slept in it yet, so we'll see. And that is an Underground Quilts tarp. This is their penny pincher tarp, I think is what it's called. UGQ, Underground Quilts. And it's nice, lightweight option. It's not, of course, it's not as light as a fancy Cuban fiber tarp, but it's also not as expensive either. So, all right, it's only 4:45, but I'm gonna go ahead and eat. And I left my tripod up the hill, so I got my camera leaned up against a rock here. But thought I'd film a little bit of this. So I'm trying something new tonight, and I think I've seen a couple of people mention these on some videos, but I want to give them a try. This is from a company called Camp Chow. If you can see that, Camp Chow. This is a single serve of their beef stroganoff dressing. So that's interesting. All right, got the water, got it going here, and let's see what it looks like in there. Looks like a lot of croutons is what it looks like, but we'll see what it looks like once it gets done. Well, that heated up pretty quick, actually. Of course, it was only a cup of water, but that's what it looks like. Mixed up pretty good, And from licking the spoon, it tastes pretty good. So I'm gonna let that rehydrate for a little bit. There's still fuel left in the stove, so I'm gonna heat up a little water to use. I'll probably use that to wash up some dishes here before I head back up on top of the hill, but might as well use the rest of that fuel in the stove to heat some water up. Beef stroganoff dressing. That's right, by Camp Chow. Now, this is a single serve, which I think will be enough for me. It's kind of a weird consistency, but it's kind of like dressing, what you'd expect. You know, when you hear beef stroganoff, I think about the noodles and stuff, but this is kind of a different consistency. It's actually pretty good. The beef is a little chewy, maybe, but you know, you get what you can when you're getting dehydrated backpacking meals. This is pretty good. I wasn't sure what to expect, but if you're looking for, you know, something different to try than like the packet gourmets or, you know, your typical backpacker's pantry or even Mountain House, this is worth giving a shot. So I don't know if you can see, but that's my hammock way up there right in the middle of the screen, up on that hillside. I'm down here in this bottom cooking. I probably could have set up down here after I got all set up, and I kind of didn't think this was the best spot down here. I didn't like the tree spacing and stuff, so I said, well, I'm gonna try up on the edge of the hill up there. Found a spot that's not quite as steep as what it is right here, but it's still not ideal, but it'll do for tonight. I don't want to move it again. I already got it set up. I thought about when I came down here to cook, I actually thought I might break it down and bring it down here and set it back up. And I still haven't 100% given up on that idea, but I'm kind of tired, so I'm probably going to just leave it right up there. But the trail runs from that way right there. That's it right there. I mean, I'm sitting right here on it eating or fixing to eat. But the trail runs right through here. So tomorrow I'm going to go ahead that way. And it's about a half mile to a road, a county road 107 or 127, something like that. And then from there, I will walk for quite a while, probably 6 miles or so, and then back into the woods from there.